All right, guys, according to internal whispers from supplier channels, the upcoming 800-volt Dodge Charger Daytona SRT Banshee, 1,000-plus horsepower in regular terms, a range-topping all-electric halo car for Dodge's EV strategy, has been canceled. Mopar Insiders, Motor One, Motor Trend, Car and Driver, GM Authority. The SRT Banshee, Dodge Charger, 1,000 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 800-volt electric beast that they've been planning for the last 2.5, maybe 3 years, canceled. I think at this point, guys, it's fair to say it was a failed experiment all across the board. This entire new Charger release, the RT, the Scat Pack, the six-pack, and now the SRT Banshee, it was a failed experiment. Like, Dodge failed with this Charger. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in a house that makes this a house vlog. You know what's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. I got car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, and police chases on this channel, man. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So I know you guys got important things going on. I'm not even going to waste your time. Let's just read the headlines. When you see Mopar Insiders, you know it's the real deal. He might actually be plugged in to the top for all I know. Like, he probably knows somebody that either knows somebody or he knows somebody that's at Dodge as we speak. Report, Dodge Charger SRT Banshee, dead. Supplier sources tell us Dodge's upcoming performance SRT electric car has been axed. Let's just go ahead and get down to the article here. According to internal whispers from supplier channels, the upcoming 800-volt Dodge Charger Daytona SRT Banshee, I've always hated that name, SRT Banshee Daytona, that's too much, a range-topping all-electric halo car has been axed. Well, Stellantis has yet to issue an official statement, and you know they're going to be the last ones to do so because, you know, this is a huge blow to Dodge, period. I mean, I was going to say the Charger line, but just Dodge, period. If they cannot come out with something on this looks like a complete and total failure. But let's keep it real here. The development comes as little surprise to those tracking the EV market closely. Sales of the 400-volt Charger Daytona EV have been sluggish at best. That's at best. And introducing a more extreme, presumably six-figure Banshee variant might seem logical in a more EV-friendly market. May not seem logical in the EV market. Today, however, it looks like the high-stakes gamble that Dodge isn't prepared to take. That makes perfect sense. You're already struggling to sell your current Dodge Charger EV. And when I say struggling, I mean nobody wants it. There are dealerships out there that, since the damn thing hit the lot, has been discounting it almost 70%. Maybe 60% on top, right? One dealership in Smithfield, North Carolina was selling the $80,000 MSRP electric Charger for a little over 30. I think it was about 31. They can't give these cars away fast enough. They can't. And for Dodge to think that they're going to come out with some sort of 800-volt, 1,000 horsepower SRT Banshee, all electric, and then charge people six figures for it and expect for it to sell, come on, bro. Come on. Nobody's buying that. Absolutely no one is buying it. No one is buying it whatsoever. When reached for a comment, Dodge neither confirmed nor denied the decision, instead providing the following statement. Stellantis continues to reassess its product strategy to align with consumer demand. Our plan ensures we offer customers a range of vehicles with flexible powertrain options that best meet their needs. With the great news announced in July that Stellantis is bringing back the iconic SRT Performance division, it follows that we are reviewing the plan for future SRT vehicles, which means all this electric shit that Dodge has been pushing for the better part of 2 years, it's gone. That's their way of saying, we fucked up real bad. We messed up real bad. We apologize for it, and now we're just going to give you big V8s again. Everything is going backwards. Like, literally, you know, it's one of them things like make Dodge great again kind of thing. Like, they're going backwards at this point, which I'm fine with because it's getting back to what I know and love about Dodge. But all of this electric car bullshit that they've been promising us for the better part of 2 years, they're canceling it. It's a huge slap in the face to the Dodge marketing team to have to literally cancel their quote unquote, you know, top of the line SRT Banshee Charger that nobody wanted in the first place and nobody certainly wants now. If you can't sell And like with the most recent release of the six pack, right? The Hurricane six pack, which I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that's going to sell either. Nobody wants that. I don't know anybody personally that's putting in an order for a six pack or that wants one or ever wanted one. But when you can't sell your first iteration of electric vehicles at MSRP, and you can't even sell them at a discount, and you have to come out as a company and say, listen, all of our electric cars, all of our six packs are starting at this base price, which is almost 50% lower than what it was when you initially announced it. Like the RTs, if I'm not mistaken, and the Scat Packs, the EVs were coming out at MSRP like what, 79,000, 80,000, and now Dodge has basically came back and said, listen, across the board, they're all going to be about 49. And you still can't sell them even at that price? How in the hell are you going to push a quote unquote 800 horsepower volt Dodge Charger SRT Banshee, and now you're trying to sell that for $100,000 plus, six figures plus, and you having a hard time selling a $31,000, $50,000 electric RT slash Scat Pack and potentially six pack? Come on now, it makes no sense. Let's just call it what it is. It was a failed experiment, man. It was a failed experiment from top to bottom. Now, in my lifetime, this is probably one of the worst that I've ever seen, to keep it real with you. You know what I mean? At least as a grown man. I don't know what happened in the 90s and, early 2000s. I really wasn't paying attention to it like that. But I mean, this is probably one of the worst failures that I've ever seen. I mean, Mopar Insiders was on it. What is this? Motor One is on it, 900 horsepower. Okay, so it was 900 horsepower, not 1,000. So 800 volts translates to 900 horsepower. Dodge Charger is probably dead. Dodge plans a high-performance Charger EV has allegedly been shelved. Let's see here. Dodge hasn't issued a statement. We know that. Canceling some projects, delaying others. Yep. Because remember the Ram EV charger, yep, that was canceled as well, and they've apparently scraped the Jeep Gladiator 4xe electric shit. And meanwhile, they're going back to, and this is important, meanwhile Ram has reintroduced the Hemi V8. You know what I mean? And its best-selling truck, the 1500, and the Dodge Durango is nothing but Hemis. So Dodge is they're going in the right direction. It just sucks because everything that they plan publicly has to be torn down. And from a marketing perspective and just kind of the image of the company, it looks bad because it's like you had all these plans, electric this, all electric that, electric Ram, most powerful electric muscle car, quote unquote, if that's a such thing. And now you're having to cancel all that shit. So publicly, it's a nightmare. You know what I mean? Now, of course, there is no official statement from Dodge, man, but I mean, let's be real here. All of these publications on it, come on now, it's pretty much real. Let's see here. Dead in the water. Rumor has it that the Dodge Charger SRT Banshee EV is no more. This is from Motor Trend, same thing. It's going to join the Ram 1500 REV, which was supposed to be an all-electric Ram 1500. So, I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's an absolute failure when it comes to the electric market. Dodge tried it, and Dodge absolutely failed, and they failed flat on their face. I mean, like I know that if the previous administration were still in office, Kamala, Democrats, all that stuff, it may be a different story. I don't think it would be, because at the end of the day, nobody wants this car to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, nobody asked for this car. Back when the Democrats were in office, they were pushing a lot of legislation that basically said, in the future, all cars need to be electric. And I think Dodge looked at that and said, okay, so we're going to be the first ones. We're going to be the first ones at the party. We're going to, kind of solidify ourselves in the electric market and go ahead and get there first. And we're going to put some power behind it. Unfortunately, the electric market left. I don't think any electric cars at this point are doing well in the market. You guys correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't think anything electric is really selling. I mean, obviously Teslas are selling because that's 100% of their market is electric cars. But even in this market, I don't think the Tesla's doing all that well. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the Tesla's doing all that well. And it's one of those things like if you want your first electric car and you want something that's reliable, I guess fast to a degree, comfortable, luxurious for a decent price, the last thing you're going to do is buy Dodge's first generation electric car. I wouldn't buy a first generation anything from Dodge, to be real with you. All of my cars are like now that I think about it, they're last generations. You know what I mean? My T-Rex, my Hellcat, like they're the last calls after they've ironed out all the kinks over the years with the Hellcat and all that stuff. And that's how I feel about the electric Charger. I don't know one person that has had a really positive experience with an electric Charger at this point. You know, an electric Dodge Charger. So it's one of those things, like there's still a whole lot of issues with these cars. Nobody's going to pay six figures for a Dodge electric. People were barely paying six figures for Hellcats and you know, Demons and shit like that. But if that's because it's a Hellcat and a Demon, that's a different story. But nobody's paying six figures for this, man. So, I mean, in all honesty, looking at this from 30,000 feet in the air, this is good for Dodge. Kill this bullshit. Kill the electric mess. Get back to what you know and love. Get back to what was putting money in your pocket. Unfortunately, it's a bad look for you. It's a real bad look on Dodge at this point that they're having to cancel all this stuff. And of course, all of this stuff goes public. But I mean, it's a step in the right direction because we're going back to the Hemi V8s. But if you were in the market for an SRT Banshee, maybe you were that guy, you're probably disappointed. But I'm sure all the other 99.5% of people out there in America are happy to see this type of stuff because this means that we're going, I guess, backwards, but in the right direction, if that makes sense. We're going back to the Hemi V8. Financially, you know, I know Dodge is struggling, man. I know they are struggling. Nobody's buying any of these cars. The only thing that's holding Dodge up right now is the Durango. And the Durango has literally been the same since what, 2020? Well, I mean, it's been Dodge Durango 5.7, 6.4s, and 6.2s since 2015. The Durango is the only thing that's keeping Dodge alive right now. Like, I could not imagine being at a Dodge dealership trying to sell these cars, trying to move these cars. I know it's tough. I know it's tough out there, and my heart goes out to you guys. But the Dodge Durango is the only thing that's working that Dodge has to hang its hat on. But like I said, at the end of the day, they're moving in the right direction. They're going backwards, but they're going backwards to what's tried, true, and I guess, you know, beloved by the community. But all of this SRT, Banshee, electric mess, it's getting canceled, and I'm happy for it, to be honest with you. I'm happy. It's a slap in the face. It sucks for them to go out like this publicly, but at the end of the day, I'm glad it had to happen. So talk to me in the comments, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me how you feel about it. Were you in the market for an SRT Banshee EV? I'm sure you wasn't, but if you were, I'm sure this is a gut punch, but we're going back. Sometimes you got to go back to go forward, and this is one of those situations. So like, subscribe, comment. It's Benny Boy Knockout 360. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. Peace.